Welcome to Australasian Bus and Coach TV. From both the outside and the inside, this bus doesn't look any different to any other. But underneath the skin, it's very different. This is a fully electric coach called the Avas. The Avas is a prototype with a pedigree belonging to electric vehicle startups Ava and Bryson. It's powered by lithium-ion batteries packed into several cases. Walking us around the business end of the coach is the owner of Ava and former CEO of Bryson, Alan Seilav.
Here are some battery packs. They're evenly distributed to be able to put compliant and also a balanced mass over the front and rear axles. So just a standard luggage rack. Again, we've got smaller battery packs. They're all the geometry of the packs are different, but the batteries themselves are all identical sizes. These cases are also submergible. They can actually sustain up to 30 meters under the water. Our cooling system, that's for our power steering and our automatic transmission. Our engine management system, this is our power distribution unit. We have our vehicle speed controller. Different to a conventional fossil fuel where everything is auxiliary driven by belts, we have individual motors for everything. That's our motor controller, and a battery management system, BMS, is just over the side of that. The motor is just behind this unit here, which is coupled to an automatic transmission. Our new generation buses will have direct drive, and our motors will be smaller and lighter as well. Over here we have our compressor, which supplies air to the suspension system, the braking system, and also the driver's seat. Above that are the two 12-volt lead-acid batteries, which basically run our LED lights and our starting system. So when you turn your ignition power on, first you'll see the total voltage of the bus. Directly below that is what the consumption is per use. So when you're driving down the highway, as you put your foot on the accelerator pedal, you are consuming power, and that is displayed in amperage. And that basically tells you how much amperage you're taking out of the system as you're driving, or when you're backing off and we bring in the regenerative system to come into it, then we're going to the plus and we're actually putting power back in.
Is this bus pretty typical of any electric bus that's on the road in the world today?
It is in appearance, it is in the concept and the overall scheme of things. The only difference is the batteries are an unchallengeable high-performance battery.
Charging time is of course a big issue for electric vehicles, and for this prototype it's listed as between 4 and 8 hours. Seilav says both noise and charging time will drop dramatically in future generations.
Charging the buses is a burning question everybody asks. It actually depends on a couple of different factors. One of them is the technology in the batteries and the battery management system and the grid supply to the bus itself. If we can get a high grid supply, anywhere from 125 kilowatts upwards, and we can have our batteries with the high efficiency, we can charge our batteries anywhere from an hour down to 10 minutes, down to 6 minutes. This bus is still a prototype in every sense. The flooring in this bus is made out of PVC. The flooring in the buses that are produced, it goes back to the timber. So the timber gives you less resonance and more quieter and more insulating effect.
Driving an electric bus for the first time is a fascinating experience. It takes off like a rocket and cruises nicely at 100 kilometres an hour. But the coach took a long time to get up to speed on the Melbourne-Geelong freeway.
From a drive experience, I think we just got to keep in mind that it is a little bit different to drive than a fossil fuel. We need to consider at all times, once we get the inertia up, we no longer need to put our foot on that accelerator pedal. We can back right off, the inertia will take over. We just need to blip it just to supply enough current to the wheels.
Check out the full feature in ABC Magazine.